What's going on? Welcome back to another movie review. Midsommar 2019, written and directed by Ari Aster and Lars Knudsen. Released in the US on July 3rd, and I just checked it out today, and I must say, when I left the theater, I was speechless and a whole lot of confused. So a couple takes a trip to Sweden after Christian's girlfriend, Danny, played by Florence Pugh, learned that her sister had committed suicide. Now, the trip was originally planned for the guys, which one of the friends, Pale, had already planned on going home to Sweden to celebrate his family's annual festival, which happens every 90 years, but he made it seem like it was a yearly event. This movie reeks drama, horror, mystery, and thriller. It's everything New Age cult religion. They communicate with demonic spirits, and they celebrate the sacrifice of the elders. There's a scene where the elders have to stand on the top of a stone mountain and jump to their death, and then their bodies are burned to ashes, and the ashes are thrown on an ancestry tree trunk. There's another horrific scene where the male elder, when it was his time to jump, he jumped. However, he was still alive, but both of his legs were broken into pieces, so they bashed his head in. I mean, this movie is so graphic. Even with the silence behind the slow, torturous kills, I'm telling you, it will leave you in a state of shock. There's incest, which is why one of the characters, who's played by a little boy, who you probably seen in the trailer, he has severe deformity in the face, and he's unable to speak. He's also not allowed to participate in any of the activities. All he do is finger paint, and he just stay in his own little section. It's kind of difficult for me to critique films like this because it didn't really sit well with my spirit, being that it is based on this New Age cult religion and demonic spirits that I've been speaking of, so much lately. In this movie, if you go against anything that these people believe in, they don't hesitate to chop you to pieces. And this is exactly what happens with all of the friends, except one. But I'll tell you about that a little bit at the end. So Pale's sister is one of the cult family members who has a crush on Christian. So she puts her pubic hair in his pie, and she also made a different type of drink for him so that he can become interested in her. Now, we've heard of these like voodoo potions that people can put on someone so that they can, kind of lure them to them. So in the end, there's this dance competition amongst the females, and you dance until you can't dance anymore, and the last one standing becomes the new queen. Danny won the competition and became the new queen. They crowned her and took her off to some other celebration where she was just like lighting different fires or whatever. And when she returned, she found Christian sleeping with Pale's sister. She completely lost it, and then they made her choose who she wanted to put to death, which in the end ended up being Christian, who I mentioned earlier was burned alive with his other friends. But before so, they gutted a brown bear, and they put Christian's paralyzed body inside the bear. And then they put him in like this small yellow cabin, and they set the cabin on fire. This movie is one of many remakes, but I think that this one will top the rest of them. And if you want to find out why, you're just going to have to go check it out. I done gave away enough spoilers. I can't say that I like this movie, but it is interesting enough to keep me watching. It runs 2 hours and 26 minutes, and then the suspense of it all is what really kept me the most. Rotten Tomatoes gave the movie 82%, and I'm giving it a B+. Again, not because I enjoyed the movie, because it was well made. You have to look at the graphics, you have to look at the acting, and even though it was slow in the beginning, it's still a good movie. So, if you checked out this movie, leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. And as always, I want to thank y'all for watching. That concludes my review for Midsommar 2019. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.